Hi guys, and welcome to Gadget Reviews and to this reaction to something that is pretty awesome. And this is basically the guys from Chaos Rising that I covered a few months ago, when they announced their project that's going to be a live action Warhammer Fantasy film project. And I was just very happy to contribute to, the spread of the word, all of that. But now, because we have recently this whole thing with GW and their current policies, copyright, policies that I, actually just talked about. Jesus Christ, this topic, about TTS and how Mr. Alphabuza decided to just stop doing anything to protect himself. But now we see the opposite, they decide to continue. So let's see what they're saying and then we're going to discuss. So this is actually pretty exciting, guys. Let's see it.
Hi guys, Chaos Rising team here again with the next big update. Let's cut to the chase and talk about copyright.
Yes.
So we receive a lot of questions daily, and one of the ones we answer the most is this one. So we're putting out a statement now to put all your minds at ease.
Chaos Rising is a proof of concept. It's the first part of a possible 3-part series that's inspired by the tabletop game Warhammer, as well as a blend of other inspirations, including 14th century France and the Viking Age. Say it's a cocktail of inspiration.
Yep.
We have nothing but respect for the creators of Warhammer. We can well imagine how excited they were when they first drew inspiration from a range of sources, both fantasy and historical, and blended them together. I mean, that's why we're having this conversation, right?
It was because of this respect that we were very careful when designing Chaos Rising. All of our characters are original, our settings are original, and our story is original. Whether you're a fan of Warhammer or a fan of history, you'll find something to relate to in the inspiration behind all of these, as well as the narrative of Chaos Rising.
We will follow the events of a Northman's warband laying siege to an unsuspecting Fort Raisal.
Ignore that. Seriously though, the references made to Warhammer factions in a pitch video will remain just references to the inspiration behind Chaos Rising.
As we get closer to shooting, got to say again thank you to everybody who's put us where we are now. We couldn't have done this without you. I wish to assure you that if you contributed to the campaign, you will be seeing this film. Thanks again, everybody. Slash!
Awesome. Bravo. So what they're doing here is very smart, and it's basically what we talked about a bit in the TTS stream, that if you strip the names of particular characters, or just names in general of anything that is Warhammer, you can actually do it. And they're right. I mean, Warhammer is like a fantasy setting in basically from the beginning of time till, well, medieval times and so on, and they can do anything in this type of a time period, and they can use trolls, like dwarves if they like, because there's trolls, dwarves, and other things. D&D comes to mind, and so many other things. I mean, basically trolls and dwarves and other creatures else, they're prevalent in so many other fantasy novels, IPs, whatever. And warriors in general, with armor, ricochet, trebuchets, all of those war weapons, they can do whatever the heck they want, okay? But for us, it's going to be Warhammer Fantasy. Chaos is going to be chaos and all of that. Only we are going to know that, and we're still gonna watch it. So that's still, I mean, that is going to be an interesting experiment, because Alphabuza and we as a whole are going to be interested if creators can make these things if they just rename them, and reference just a bit, maybe something. So it's basically set in the World of Warhammer, but it's
Hi guys, Chaos Rising team here again.
at the same time. And chaos is the word, is not trademark, yeah, of GW. anyway. I mean, chaos is just a word, right? So they can say chaos rising. This could mean so many things. Anyway, so I do think that legally this could be pulled off, and because yeah, literally it's not the same thing. And like I've said, I mean, like they said, actually, it's going to be original story, original characters, and yeah. So if you like medieval things, if you like swords, shields, all of that, yes, I think that we are, yeah, you and me in general, we're going to like this. So I'm all up for that. Totally support the guys, and I just cannot wait to see this film. So hi to everybody in the chat now. Thank you very much for coming. My awesome Primarchs that have badges and just just awesome emojis as well in the chat. So dear Clayton, Materian, and of course dear Ivy. Jake, well, you should definitely check the TTS one. There's a lot of things there that are important. Apparently some email is going on that I have to check. How is that going to help? We'll see. But in any case, GW should know that we definitely do not agree, and we do not want the fan community to be bombarded, and for us to not be able to create freely in general. And they totally bombarded my t-shirts as well. Amongst well, that, and of course whatever we are fans to, all the animators, and they bombarded themselves so they could not be caught by GW and sued by them, which is also absolutely absurd and extremely sad. And hi to Ferris as well. So yeah, just checking if I missed something. Dark, hi to you. Oh, Michael, hi to you. Kron? Corn. Dark. Dark, that's a good idea, Dark. I like it. Yes. Corn, corn. Or just call him in Bulgaria in Bulgarian. In Bulgarian it's gonna be even funnier. I mean, if Kron is like corn, in Bulgarian that's gonna be Tsarevica, which is so funny. Just call him Tsarevica. No one will know, only me. It's gonna be hilarious. Oh my gosh. Um, well, I'm still on my vacation, my hiatus, basically. Not my vacation because I don't really have a literal vacation, but hiatus. I just had to return because of what happened to TTS and this, which is the opposite actually. So I just love how these things are different, and now we're going to see a Wolverine. I saw you there, but I just couldn't address you in the previous stream. Well, thank you. Yeah, the secret code, dear Ivy, is Bulgarian. Just rename everything in Bulgarian. It's gonna be hilarious. Well, especially to me and to other Warhammer fans that are Bulgarian. They're gonna be like, what? Why is this guy called Tarovitz? And I'm gonna be like, because I suggested that this is going to be the replacement for corn. It's gonna be so funny. Okay, so yeah, the point is that those guys are doing what I'm suggesting, and a lot of us are thinking. Just redo, like rename everything, pretend that that's not Warhammer, because in a way it really isn't anyway, and do their thing like freely, and hopefully GW will not have a leg to stand on in terms of any types of acclaim, and then TTS the same way. But we already discussed, and Alpha Buza did say his arguments why they decided to do what they decided to do. Just play it safe, not risk it. Their channel being demonetized, Patreon taken down. They do not want to be nuked and make GW aware of their existence. So I totally get them. But in the future, when they wait out the whole situation and see how things are, just it is possible for them to return and try to do the same thing, to rename, change visually, and altogether things in a way that we're going to know that it's 40k and the characters that we know and love. But um, in I mean, when GW are concerned, they are not supposed to be uh, you know well, having anything against what Alpha Booza Steam are doing, because it's not gonna be technically Warhammer. So we'll see how that goes, guys. And of course, they're also protected by the parody law. The other thing is that still, if you have all of those things checked, GW can still sue them, and then a lot of money are just going to go into that, which once again Alpha Booza does not want to deal with. So basically, guys, the point is there's just two ways to do this. One is how they're doing it. Still, it's a bit of a risk, but not that much. And especially how they showed us with the video, how they replace some words there, and this is how it's gonna work. Or in the case of Alpha Booza, he just can't decide to play it completely safe, which he did. So there's that. If it was up to me, I would probably do what they're doing, because I will still want to do my thing and create, and especially fans funded this, so you want to deliver. You want to put your best foot forward and try to do this against all odds. So I would do that, but that is literally what I would do. So that doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying how I would do it. But I'm really, really happy that the guys are going through with this, and it's gonna be the first Warhammer fantasy based, not movie, that I'm gonna see, I think. And we also have the other project, and I hope that, the other project that it's 40k project, but I hope that those guys from that project will also keep it and not quit. Um, so yeah, I just hope so. We'll see what that how that is. If I know anything about that, I'm gonna let you know. But in the meantime, I'm just happy that, well, this is one good news. Okay, so I'm gonna check your comments real quick, guys, if there's something that you wanna say. So when the Marine Corps goes to space and they're called Space Marines, does that mean GW is gonna sue the US government? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point, Maddie. Yeah, I mean, Marines that go into space. I have never seen or heard the phrase Space Marine before Warhammer, so if that is like really a possibility, it's gonna be so funny. Then they're going to have to go back and forth with the argument, well, if a Marines are in space, isn't it normal and completely natural for them to be called Space Marines? The answer is yes, but then there's gonna be probably another argument from GW that will say, well, but we came up with it. And then the other argument should be, well, yes, because it's close to the mind, and a lot of people could come up with it because they're Marines in space. So absolutely everyone, it's common sense, will call them Space Marines. So it's gonna be very funny. Whew. Okay. Oh, Kazumov Ali from the Czech Republic. That's awesome. Hi to you. Thank you for letting me know. I didn't know that anybody is watching me there, but thank you. Yes. Kron. I don't know how to, say that to change it enough. Okay, Wolverine. I'm fine with decent behavior, so to speak. Zinch, Nietzsche, Nurgo, Murgo. corn. Yeah, just corn and that's it. Corn Tsarevich in Bulgarian. Putin of the chaos. Okay. Hey Raj. Oh, that's so fun. Oh, you're going to buy a new, wow, new TV. Whoa, that's a lot. Well, okay, that's awesome. Awesome, absolutely. Aliens had marines in space. Really? Oh, well, I'm not sure if they call them space marines or just marines in space. You know, that's kind of different. Hello, Walmart. Yes, it's GW speaking. I understand that you are selling hammers, correct? Right. Stop referring to these tools as such, or you will be sued to oblivion. Have a good day. Bravo. Bravo, dear Ivy. This was awesome. I just totally love your scenarios. Space Marine was in 1932, so sorry. Oh, really? That's amazing. Thank you for this fact history check, dear Clayton. My Primark, thank you. So yeah, they does not have a leg to stand on now at all. So this should be brought up into court if such case actually happens. And Patrick had you too. Spasibo, okay. Book by Bob Olsen called Captain Brink of the Space Marines. Amazing. Amazing. So that's awesome, dear Clayton, that you went to check this for us. Thank you. So that is it, guys. I'm really happy for all the guys. By the way, I'm just gonna play it one more time.
The next big update. Let's cut to the chase and talk about copyright. So we receive a lot of questions daily, and one of the ones we answer the most is
the
this
costumes
one.
are gonna be
So we're
interesting.
putting out the statement now to put
How
all
they're
your
going to do them. I mean, you know, for the actual period, costumes for real doesn't look that amazing like in movies. I mean, real life clothes that they wore back then, and the armor that they actually were, if they want to be historically accurate, I mean.
We have nothing
So,
but respect.
if they want to be historically accurate, that would mean that maybe the armor is not gonna look as good as you may think. Because real life armor, not always, I mean, looks cool. Sometimes it looks just practical, functional, whatever it's like. I don't know what that is. I have no idea, but in the context of whatever they're doing, it should make a lot of sense. I like this one though. I like that one. And I like that one. It's very casual. It looks kind of good.
Video will remain just references to the inspiration behind
Okay, so I'm just gonna stop it right here. And we're just gonna hope for the best, guys. So what else? Starship Troopers also had Marines in space, and they were out before Warhammer 40k. Well, yeah, once again, they're probably going to, if they have an argument, they're going to have an argument where, I mean, when those troopers are called specifically Space Marines. But if they're not, and they're just defined as Space Marines somewhere or Marines in space, that's probably not going to be an argument. It's, yeah. I mean, everybody are Space Marines, basically, by that logic. Galaxy Marines? Well, yeah, Solar Marines. Well, if they're in the solar system only, Space Marines is an awesome name. Yeah, I mean, Space Marine just takes everything and just, yeah, brings it together because it's just space. No matter if it's the solar system or some other galaxy, just space, you know? Oh. Okay. Hold on there a second. I have to read that again. Okay, Wolverine. I'm just it's a whole mess, this situation. That's what I can tell you. Of an armored instantly versus Xenos started in the Starship Troopers novel. Wow. Great. Awesome facts, guys. Which Primarch of the good for you? What do you mean? Which Primarch is my favorite, or which Primarch or God is my favorite? Marines in space. I'm still kind of doing it. Well, obviously not because I'm here and talking to you, but I just rested, watched some movies. Still plan to continue doing that from tomorrow. Okay. No, Wolverine, I just don't think that it's worth mentioning at all. But okay, I mean, it's not even, on the topic. But I do plan to do like a casual stream, just chatting with you guys, which I almost never ever do. Like I did some Q&As before, which I haven't done one maybe in 2 years. So it's gonna be like just chatting and trying out my ASMR based skills just for fun, because I did promise that I'm gonna try that and see if it goes somewhere or not. And yeah, if somebody finds any kind of entertainment in that, we'll see. So, it's just gonna be like me trying the ASMR in streams and just chatting with you guys and see if anyone gets the ASMR effects at all. So yeah, this is just one thing that I really, really want to try for a while. And yeah, that's it, guys, basically. But which Primark is best for me? There's just a lot that I really like, but uh, like number one, I don't know, Sanguinius and Rebute Gilliman as of late. But Sanguinius is just very, very cool in a lot of ways. But I also like Rogoldorn in his own ways, for his own qualities. Just number one, it's really hard to say. Also Vulcan. So for now, I'm just gonna say Sanguinius because of his overall very interesting qualities. Not only the wings, but in general how he is. Yeah. But I'm still, I mean, that is still in the air in terms of like one definitive answer. And I also did that, yes, I also did top 20 Paramarks uh, at the time, what I thought. That was a few months ago. Oh yeah, well, of course, Wolverine. Whatever is interesting to you, I cover so many things, so yeah. Superheroes, movies about superheroes, all of that. Okay. Magnus and Loyal Vulcan. Okay, Dark, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. And I also like Magnus, and yeah, also like Vulcan. What to tell you guys? So, I hope that after my hiatus, which it's basically broken, but I'm gonna like continue it and continue it, and return. We'll see how it goes, guys. But I do want to do that casual stream, just chatting, and this is the streams that I most enjoy doing, because there's not like one particular topic. I can just go on and on about something that we're going to talk about with you in the chat, so it's gonna be great, and you're basically proposing the topics as we go, so that's awesome. Well, I did tell you, Ferris, I watched movies, chilled, worked out a lot. That is what I'm doing in general. Went to see my future puppy, and yeah, that is how I rest mentally, physically. Physically, I need to train, so training for me is like necessary. I can't stop training. But watching movies and playing games as well is one of the best things ever for me, and how I love to chill. Visit Plovdiv, which is second biggest city in Bulgaria. and it's very beautiful there. So yeah, that's what I did, but it was just a few days and I still am supposed to be in that hiatus, so probably going to continue that on the weekend. If not, you're gonna see me again. So yeah, there's that too. Well, that's awesome, Wolverine. If you train, and if you call yourself Wolverine, you should train, you know. Okay. Yours is Logar. That's interesting. It's a very rare choice, but you know, whoever you like, of course. So that is it going to be for tonight, guys. It's very late, so see you very soon. And in any case, thank you very much for watching. If you'd like to support me, you can check out the links down below to my OnlyFans, where I do my meaningful sex educational content plus fitness, health, nutrition, personal advice, whatever you need. Basically, I'm there. And you can become a member of the channel, Custodes, of course, Astartes, Primarch, and you can join my Golden Astartes Discord server. In general, if you're a Warhammer fan, Warhammer 40k fan, whatever the kind, you are welcome there. So have a great weekend, guys, and thank you so much for being here with me tonight. Kisses and hugs. Bye bye.